Welcome to Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. And today we will discuss a topic analytic function as a part of complex variable and partial differential equation. We will see the definition of analytic function, CR equation in Cartesian and polar form, and we will also discuss some examples based on CR equations and analytic functions. Now first let us see the definition of analytic function. A single valued function which is defined and differentiable at each point of domain D is said to be analytic in that domain. Now to verify whether the function is analytic or not, we have some necessary condition. This condition is also known as CR equation or Cauchy-Riemann equation. The statement follows as if a function f of z equal to uxy plus ivxy is analytic at any point z equal to x plus iy, then the partial derivatives ux, uy, vx and vy should exist and satisfy the equations ux equal to vy and uy equal to minus vx. This formula we will remember and we will use it to solve some examples. Let us go through some example. The question is, verify whether the following functions are analytic or not. Our first function is f of z equal to e raised to z bar. Now if z equal to x plus iy, then z bar will be x minus iy. So I have substituted the value of z bar here. Now we will split this term. This can be written as e raised to x into e raised to minus iy. Now by Euler's formula we know that e raised to I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. So we will use this formula here. E raised to minus iy can be written as cos y minus I sin y by Euler's formula. Now we multiply this e raised to x with this bracket. So I get f of z equal to e raised to x cos y minus I e raised to x sin y. Now here I will find u and v. Here real part will be a u and imaginary part will be v. So u equal to e raised to x cos y and imaginary part that will be v, that is equal to minus e raised to x sin y. First we have to find ux, uy, vx and vy. We differentiate u with respect to x, so I get ux equal to e raised to x cos y. Uy will be equal to minus e raised to x sin y. Similarly, vx will be minus e raised to x sin y and vy will be minus e raised to x cos y. We have done simple differentiation over here. Now we will see whether we have satisfied the equation or not. See, now ux must be equal to vy. So here ux is e raised to x cos y and vy is minus e raised to x cos y. Both are not equal, so ux is not equal to vy. Now the other term we'll see. Here uy is minus e raised to x sin y and vx is minus e raised to x sin y. Here the sign should differ, but we have both the same sign. So again uy is not equal to minus vx. So CR equations are not satisfied and hence the function f of z equal to e raised to z bar is not analytic. Okay. Let us check one more example. F of z equal to z square. First we will put the value of z here, x plus iy whole square. We will open the bracket using the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we get f of z equal to x square minus y square plus 2y xy. I have used here I square equal to minus 1. Okay, so remember this. Now the real part is u, that is x square minus y square, and imaginary part is v, that is 2xy. First I differentiate u with respect to x, so the differentiation of u square is 2x, rest of the term will become 0, and uy will be minus 2y. Similarly, I differentiate v with respect to x, I get 2y, and with respect to y, I will get 2x. Now we can see here ux equal to vy equal to 2x. So ux equal to vy, and uy and vx, both terms must be same, but the sign should differ. So I get here uy equal to minus vx. So the CR equations are satisfied over here, and hence we can say that the given function f of z equal to z square is analytic. Okay, now let us see one more question. Show that for the function f of z equal to z bar cube upon mod z square for z not equal to 0 and is 0 for z equal to 0. The CR equations are satisfied at z equal to 0 but not analytic at z equal to 0. What we have to prove here is that CR equations are satisfied. That means the two conditions ux equal to vy and uy equal to minus vx, this is satisfied, but the function is not analytic at z equal to 0. Now first let us simplify the function and find u and v. Z equal to x plus iy, so z bar will be x minus iy. I have substituted here, and mod z square it is given here, so I will get under root of x square plus y square, which will be equal to x square plus y square, since here it is square, that's why. So when I open this term, f of z equal to a minus b whole cube, so I will get here f of z as x cube minus 3x square y minus 3x y square plus y cube, and the denominator will be x square plus y square. Here the real part is x cube and minus 3x y square. So this will be a real part, and the rest part as a coefficient of I will be y cube minus 3x square y upon x square plus y square. These are our u and v. Now for CR equations we will use here at origin, since we have to find for z equal to 0, that means for origin we will use here different formula. Del u upon del x equal to, first we will take limit x tends to 0. The formula is u of x 0 minus u of 0 0 upon x. We will substitute here y equal to 0 for this term, and for this term both x and y will be 0. So u of x 0 will put this value in this term u. So I get limit x tends to 0, x minus 0 upon x. Okay. So this x will get cancelled. I will get del u upon del x equal to 1. Now I will find del u upon del y. Limit y tends to 0, u of 0y minus u of 0 0 upon y. This is the formula. I will put here x equal to 0 and y equal to y as it is in our term u. So I will get here 0, and when I put both 0, x and y, I will get the another term as 0. Therefore, del u upon del y will be equal to 0. Similarly, I will do for del v upon del x and del v upon del y. See, del v upon del x equal to limit x tends to 0, v of x 0 minus v of 0 0 upon x. I will put x equal to x and y equal to 0 in our term v equal to term. Okay, so I will get here limit x tends to 0, 0 minus 0 upon x, that will be again 0. Now I will find del v upon del y. Limit y tends to 0, v of 0y minus v of 0 0 upon y. Again I will do the same thing. I will put x equal to 0 and y equal to y in our equation of v, and here I will put both x and y as 0. So I get limit y tends to 0, y minus 0 upon y. This y will get cancelled. I will get del v upon del y as 1. Now we can see here for z equal to 0, the CR equations are being satisfied. That is del u upon del x equal to del v upon del y. Both we are getting 1 1. And del u upon del y is equal to minus del v upon del y, we are getting as 0. So CR equation is being satisfied. Now what we have to prove that? We have to prove that the given function is not analytic. To prove this, we have to first prove that the function is not differentiable. Again for that we have to prove that there exists no limit. Okay. Now for this we will use the formula f dash 0 equal to limit z tends to 0, f of z minus f of 0 upon z minus 0. First I will substitute the value of f of z here. I have substituted this value. Okay. Now f of 0 will be 0. When I will put x and y both 0, the whole term will become 0. And in place of z, I have put here x plus I. Now I will see whether the limit exists or not. Step 1. First I take x tends to 0, then y tends to 0. First I will put y equal to 0 in this equation. I will get x cube plus I0 upon x square into x. What I have done, I have kept y equal to 0. So this x cube will get cancelled. I will get as limit as 1. So this is step 1. Now in step 2, I will put first y equal to 0 and then x equal to 0. So we will start from this term. I am putting x equal to 0. When I put x equal to 0 in this equation, I will get limit y tends to 0, iy cube upon y square into iy. Again this both term will get cancelled. I will get limit as 1. Now both step 1 and step 2 are same. I will proceed towards step 3. What will be my next step? My next step will be limit x tends to 0 and y tends to mx. In this equation, I am substituting y equal to mx. See here everywhere I have kept y equal to mx. Now I will take common from numerator and denominator. From numerator I am taking out common as x cube here, and here I am taking x square common, and here I am taking x common. Now again from numerator and denominator we can see that from numerator this x cube will get common, and from denominator x square into x I am getting x cube. This will get cancelled, so rest of the term remained is 1 minus 3m square plus I m cube minus 3m upon 1 plus m square into 1 plus im, and I am keeping limit x tends to 0. Since there is no x here, our limit will be the same. Okay, now we can see that step 1 equal to 1. In step 2 I got limit as 2, and in step 3 I am getting a limit in the form of m. Now here in step 3 the limit depends on the value of m. So I can say that since step 1 equal to step 2 not equal to step 3, limits are different, thus the function is not differentiable, and hence we can say that it is not analytic at z equal to 0. Okay, this was the examples based on the Cartesian form of complex numbers based on CR equation. Now let us discuss the polar form of CR equation and its example. Now see, we already know that x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. We have also learned the formula for r and theta. Now the polar form of CR equation is del u upon del r equal to 1 upon r del v upon del theta, and 1 upon r del u upon del theta equal to minus del v upon del r. This is the equation which we need to remember in polar form. Now let us take one example. Check whether the function f of z equal to z raised to 3 by 2 is analytic or not. Also find the derivative of f of z. See, now here f of z equal to z raised to 3 by 2. Now we already know the polar form of z, that is r cos theta plus I sin theta. Now we can write this power in different brackets, as there is multiplication sign between these two terms. So this will become r raised to 3 by 2 cos theta plus I sin theta raised to 3 by 2. Now by De Moivre's formula we can write this term as cos 3 theta by 2 plus I sin 3 theta by 2. Now I will multiply this r in this with this bracket, so I get f of z equal to r raised to 3 by 2 cos 3 theta by 2 plus I r raised to 3 by 2 sin 3 theta by 2. Now real part is u r theta, that will be equal to r raised to 3 by 2 cos 3 theta by 2, and our imaginary part is r raised to 3 by 2 sin 3 theta by 2. Now I will differentiate it with respect to r and with respect to theta. See, I will get u r as 3 by 2 r raised to 1 by 2 cos 3 theta by 2, and when I differentiate with respect to theta I will get minus 3 by 2 r raised to 3 by 2 sin 3 theta by 2. Similarly, VR will be equal to 3 by 2 r raised to 1 by 2 sin 3 theta by 2, and V theta will be equal to 3 by 2 r raised to 3 by 2 cos 3 theta by 2. See, now we can see here that u r equal to 1 by r v theta. U r equal to 1 by r v theta, and minus Vr equal to 1 by r u theta. The CR equations are satisfied. Therefore, we can say that the function is analytic. Okay. Now, what we have to do is we also have to find the differentiation. Okay. So, f dash z equal to e raised to I theta, e raised to minus I theta, ur plus IVR. This is the formula which we need to remember. I have substituted the value of ur and vr over here. Now from this we can see that 3 by 2 and r raised to 1 by 2 can be taken out here. Okay, so rest of the term will be cos 3 theta by 2 plus I sin 3 theta by 2. Now again, using Euler's formula, we can write this term as e raised to 3 by 2 theta I. Now again here the base is same, so we can add the power. Here the base is same, so I am adding the powers. I will get e raised to theta by 2 I. Now again I am taking these two terms common, and 1 by 2 I am taking here. So this is equal to z, since we know the exponential form of complex number. So the differentiation of the given function will be f dash z equal to 3 by 2 root z. So this was the basic concept of analytic function, and we have discussed the CR equation in Cartesian as well as in polar form. Thank you.